Hey guys, about to go into the first match of a Battle for Zendikar draft. We built a four-color colorless deck that, if we can get our mana, will be pretty good, I think. Four-color colorless would sound so weird to anyone who played Magic any time in the past, basically. All right, this hand's a pretty sure keep. Got a removal spell, a good combat trick, and nettle, and a way to make sure we get our green, I guess, might be what I go after. It might be the island that I go after, though, because I only run one of them. And once I get it, I don't have to use Evolving Wilds to get anything else. So we'll see, though. Depends what we draw, too. Okay. I mean, I'll probably play Nettle Drone first anyway, so I have a few turns to figure out what it is I'll do. All right, Calastria Healer. So black-green, you don't usually see Calastria Healer in too often, so that should be interesting. Well, that kind of makes me want to get a Swamp, so I know I can play it, but it's probably not a smart move. I'm going to play Nettle Drone here, and in my turn. So, okay, black and white, you do expect Calastria Healer. Our opponent may have just also gone deep on the colors he chose to run because stuff was just flying all over the place. Green did appear to be a little less open. Okay, well now we definitely get blue. So we're going to do one to our opponent. We're going to play Pilgrim's Eye. I'm probably going to end up complete disregarding this healer at some point, but I'm not ultra worried about it right now. We're going to use Pilgrim's Eye's ability, and I'm going to get an island. Pilgrim's Eye plus getting an island for Ruination Guide is not a bad combo, like damage-wise. So I'm going to play this island, and I will end my turn. So our opponent, an ally deck of sorts, and one that gains life, clearly. Like so. All right. Yeah, we'll take two here. I haven't quite reached the point where I really want to complete disregard that healer yet. I'd rather sort of keep things flowing. Okay, we're up to 5 mana. We can play our Shatter Skull Recruit, but I probably play Ruination Guide and leave mana up for Sure Strike. But first we ping our opponent for 1. Probably swing with my Pilgrim's Eye too. There's not really a great reason not to. I mean, I guess it can trade for Core Castigator, but it can already do that. So, But yeah, we're going to play Ruination Guide now, which pumps our dudes. Yeah. It seems attractive. Well, I don't know. Trading with a Core Castigator is also pretty attractive, I think. I think I'm just going to hold him back for now. We have Sure Strike should we decide we want to use it somehow or another. Ooh, another Core Castigator. Endless. The armies of the allies. Okay, well, what I'm going to do here, I think, and he may have Tandem Tactics, so let's think what happens if he has Tandem Tactics. This would survive, but this I would still be able to kill when I use Sure Strike. So I think I go ahead and block here and block here. Yeah. All right, and we'll use Sure Strike. If that all happens like that, I'll be pretty happy with how things went. We get to kill both his guys, and our Pilgrim's Eye already did the work that it needed to, so it's a 2-for-1 basically at this point, because it got us the blue and so forth. Okay, Skitterskin, you're something. Maybe time to complete disregard, but I can also just play Shatter Skull Recruit, who's pretty sweet right now. The Skitterskin will be a pretty problematic attacker for our opponent, but we have to have black mana up for it to regenerate it, and it can't block, which is something I kind of want to be able to do right now. So I think I will play Shatter Skull here. And just end the turn there and See what happens. See if he has the big ally that pumps everything. That would be bad news. All right, I like the looks of that. We will ping him for 1. All right, we can play our Overseer now, which I think is pretty good. I'm just going to swing a Shatterskull Recruit. I mean, if he wants to double block, that's fine with me. I mean, even if he uses Tandem Tactics or something like that here, we get a 2 for 1. He may just have Gideon's Reproach too, or Smite the Monstrous. That'll do the job as well. So I'm going to play the Overseer now. Kind of makes him have to have another answer soon. I mean, on the board right now, it's, you know, also got Evasion, so that he can't block. We don't have any of our green yet, so that's what we would get if we got another Pilgrim's Eye or Evolving Wilds. Oh, I forgot to ping him there, didn't I? That was a pro move right there. We got our Void Stalker. Not sure I really feel like playing him right now. I think I may just play Skitterskin instead. The Stalker would just get chumped at this point, so. I can also play Skitterskin and leave mana up. This time I'm actually going to remember to ping my opponent before I do something. So I can play Skitterskin like so. And he'll be even bigger than he usually is, so would have Duststalker, but this can regenerate if we need it to, so I think that's a little bit better of an upside. Okay, I'm pretty okay with that, unless of course it gets him to some huge bomb. Like Ruin Processor right now would not be super great for us. I mean, I think we could stop it, but it would be... Okay, ooh, that's a pretty big bomb, I have to say. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so he's going to be a 6/6. So we're just going to have to be swinging in the air. Although if I draw a land of any kind, Skitterskin can also swing into that pretty hard. So if I draw a swamp, then pretty much, well, probably just these two would still swing. Did he put a forest on top? I was not actually paying attention. No. Wait. He did put a card on top. I thought it would show me. I may just not be seeing it. It should show me because he has to reveal them, right? No, look at the top four. Oh, he has to reveal the basic land, though. Interesting. Okay. Land would not be bad right now. And there it is. I forgot to ping him again, didn't I? I'm a pro. It's been a while since I've had a Nettle Drone. All right. So these two are going to attack. Ooh, I should have played Duststalker first. I mean, he still would have been able to block it pretty easily, but... Yeah, we'll attack for 9. All right, so we will be regenerating him. Dropping him to 12. This thing has Trample, which is pretty frightening. We're going to ping him for 1 and then play Duststalker. Could also just play Complete Disregard, I guess. But I think I'd rather have another body out there that makes him think twice about swinging. Does open up our Skitterskin to being able to die. I'm going to be really sad if our opponent wins by like 2 life, but it's entirely possible. So, since I've been bad about using my Nettle Drone. All right, so he's an 8/8 now. But can he really attack right now? I mean, looks like he can. So I think I'm going to take it. And this is because I can Complete Disregard 1 blocker out of the way and then just like swing for a million, especially if I draw a land. Okay, so I'm going to remember to ping him. Okay. I can use Pilgrim's Eye to get a swamp, which is pretty sweet. And I'll be able to ping him twice, so I think that's probably game. But he may have something in his hand. He may have the freaking Royal's Retribution that was floating around late in his hand. But I think it's probably worth going for it here. So I'm going to play Pilgrim's Eye, which is on tap. my Nettle Drone. And we're going to get a Swamp instead of a Forest because we want to pump our whole team by +2/+0. Okay, so the whole team is pumped. I'm going to do 1 to my opponent. Then I'm going to cast Complete Disregard, which untaps my Nettle Drone again. Okay, so if he has Royal's Retribution right now, he can unfortunately deal a massive blow to us. So maybe I should play around it, because if he has it, he can kill this, and this, I guess. Oh, that won't be attacking. I guess he'll only be able to kill 2 things, and he'll still be taking enough to kill him. So, and that's like the worst case scenario of the card he could have. So I think we swing. Well, that was the right move. Yeah, we had like way overkill. I don't know why I was thinking that much. He could have prevented 11 damage, though, with Royal's Retribution right there, but that still wouldn't have saved him, so. All right, well, we didn't need green in that game. So our opponent is an ally deck. I think Boiling Earth is worth bringing in. We saw enough. The freaking ally guy that we saw, who's a 3/1, is enough of a problem, and there's a decent chance he has other creatures with 1 toughness. So I think we bring that in. Kozilek Sentinel is obviously a very good blocker in this matchup. I'd probably take out the Invoker. I think he's just the weakest card that managed to make it into our deck, although Shatterskull Recruit's not especially exciting either. And we know our opponent has Smite the Monstrous, and we basically can blank him. Well, unless we have Ruination Guide, we can blank Smite the Monstrous in large part by taking out Shatterskull. But I think I'd rather have the top-end evasive guy than I would the 3-mana 2/3 who occasionally will get to the late game and start doing amazing things, but usually won't. So we will roll with this. Okay, I think this is a keep since we're on the draw, especially because we again have removal. We have Nettle Drone. We do not have a way to grab one of our 2 other colors at this point. So if we top deck a green, or we have 3 cards in our deck that we really don't want to top deck right now. But I think we still keep since we're on the draw. This hand's strong enough. I think it's worth keeping. That Nettle Drone was just alive forever in that last game, wasn't it? Okay. Well, we have a couple more chances to draw land number 3, which we're really going to want to see. At least he didn't play his 3/1. Oh, well, we can play a Culling Drone. So at least there's that. Gives us something to do. Looks like he's going to get in there, too. Okay. Well, the good news is now if we hit a 3rd land of any kind, we can at least get a 3rd color. So that is what we'll be doing. We are still running 18 lands in this thing, even though our curve's kind of low. But, yeah. So we'll just have to see what happens. Ooh, okay. Well, that's annoying, because it helps him fix and ramp him a little bit. It's usually not that great of a card, but at a time when I can't like advance the board at all on my side, it's pretty good. All right. Okay, well that makes me happier. I think I'd probably play Nettle Drone before I play Pilgrim's Eye, even though the Eye can help us fix, but we're not going to be able to play the land we get with it this turn anyway, so. And we may just keep drawing lands anyway, too, so. If he kills us right now, I was going to say I'd be pretty okay with it. Ingesting doesn't matter in our deck at all. It's kind of sad. But yeah, we'll play out our Nettle Drone now, who was amazing last game and will probably continue to be amazing. Yeah, Boiling Earth is actually really good against decks with Nettle Drones in it, too. That card we cited in. Ooh, to Drew Warcaller. So we're going to have to use Complete Disregard on that. Actually, we'll probably use Outnumber because it's more efficient. We can play Pilgrim's Eye and then Outnumber to kill that. And he can swing for 3 here if he wants to, but I kind of doubt that's what's going to be happening. Oh, it is. All right. Well, I guess it makes sense. That'll enable us to swing for a lot next turn too then. Yeah, Warcaller's pretty good. I mean, he was in an ally deck and saw the good green cards going around, just like we were in a colorless deck and saw the good green cards. So makes sense. All right. So okay, well, I guess we're getting blue again with that. We're gonna ping our opponent for 1. The downside is if we want to use outnumber this turn, maybe I actually hold off. I just use it. I think I just use outnumber because if I get the island this turn, if I play Pilgrim's Eye and get an island, I won't be able to outnumber this turn, and that could open me up to some gross damage next turn. So I think it's better to just use outnumber right now and swing for 5, even though we don't advance our board at all. We took his biggest player off of the board for 1 mana, and he paid a 5 mana investment. But we also don't get to like really, hitting Royal's Retribution's good. It's also good to know he has that. I guess that's the upside of Ingest in our deck is information. He's got all the mana. And there's that thing again. We do have Demon's Grasp, but we're going to have to play it pretty quickly for that to be relevant. He'd have to like not draw lands for a while. Seems pretty unlikely. Okay, so now of course we drew that. So we're going to ping him for 1. And we're going to play Pilgrim's Eye. Okay, and we will get an island because Ruination Guide was nice enough to show up again. And we will play that island. And I'll end my turn. So this Hydra is going to like mess us up pretty good. Did in the last game too, but we had a big enough lead it didn't matter. But we do have 5 mana available. If he can't play a land this turn, we can actually Demon's Grasp and kill it. So maybe we can live that dream. Of course, now he's draining our life like mad. So we're going to have to complete disregard one of those two. But I think it's probably a more immediate problem is still the Oran Rife Hydra. And we're going to probably use next turn to use Demon's Grasp on him. And I'm going to remember to ping him this time, you guys. So thank God for that. Okay, he didn't swing with it, which is good. We're going to ping him. Which I'm down with. So we're going to play the green. And Demon's Grasp this thing. Take it down. And we'll just swing with our Pilgrim's Eye in the sky. And I'll end the turn. He can drain us for 2 this turn, but next turn I can do a lot of stuff with the mana we have. And that is not... Oh, it is an ally. Darn. Yeah, and it's going to start gaining flying too, which is gross. Okay. That's a problem. It's not a problem for us in the immediate future, but it will be very soon. So... that thing will probably be hitting us for 4 next turn, I would guess. We'll ping him for 1. And then what do we do? I think, well, we can play our Gruldraw's Overseer again in the near future. But I think we go ping. I'll hold on to the swamp, I guess. Oh, yeah, I might as well play it. And then we go... Oh, we do not want to tap it like that, though. And then we go complete disregard, one of these. Which untaps our Nettle Drone. Allows us to ping him again. And then we play Ruination Guide, which untaps our Nettle Drone. And makes our dudes bigger, so his attacks are a little riskier. We do have Pilgrim's Eye who can block this thing once, but I probably won't block it the first time it swings if he chooses to swing this turn. There's another ally. It's a 3/4, which is definitely relevant right now. So this is a flyer now, so he can drop us pretty low here. I think I just take it though. So I do. I do have another flyer in my hand, but it's going to be sad if I end up having to use him as a chump blocker. Smote. He has been smote. That's not good. So we drop him to 11. Okay, more lands is not getting it done here. But we'll play our Overseer. We can actually double block and kill this. And it can only kill one of them, but I'm pretty sure it'll kill the Gruul Overseer. If I play a land here, I can attack with Culling Drone, which might be good. I think it's probably just better to hold on to lands for more triggers from this, although it probably isn't going to be relevant. So yeah, I'll just play the land now. I don't know if I'm actually going to attack with anything. I mean, he's at 11. Let's do some quick math here. He's at 11. I can swing with all three of these creatures, blocking of which would kill his guys, and it would be lethal. So he has to block one of them with one of his... Well, he could block with the Stalwart, I guess, and not lose anything. And then he can swing back for 8, but I can block the 4/5. But if he has removal, it's probably better just to swing with the Culling Drone than to go crazy right here. Yeah, I'm just going to swing with the Culling Drone. All right. I'm glad I hit a Drana's Emissary. Jeez. Our opponent has some great stuff in his deck. So he's going to drop us to 4 here if he plays an ally. And he'll go up to 8. What's he doing with all that mana? Okay, Ghostly Sentinel. That's not an ally. Awesome. That means you don't get flying, Calastria Nightwatch. Still don't have great blocks against it, but he decided not to attack, and I think we're fine with that. Okay. Shatterskull Recruit, huh? You're an ally. If I play a land here, I don't really have any good attacks now that he's not attacking with his Nightwatch. I think he's kind of just going to try to wait me out until he can kill me. But I can play Skitterskin. And I think that is what I do here. Overplaying Shatterskull. Because it's not a great attacker right now anyway. Although I guess it is if I play a land. But Skitterskin will still be a better attacker. So, because it can regenerate. And it'll have 6 power. So, that's pretty sweet. But we're going to go ahead and pass the turn here. Where are our green cards? Although we don't really want to draw a Brood Monitor right now. But the other one, Brood Butcher, would be good. I'd be pretty happy with that. So I know we hit 1 Royal's Retribution. Do you think he has another Royal's Retribution? I think it's a possibility. We're going to block. If he has a trick here, it's a trick that, unless it's Tandem Tactics, would have killed us anyway. So I think well, you know what? Maybe it's better to block here because of how good the Gruul Overseer can make my whole team. But then if he gains life ever again, we're definitely dead. So let's see. Well, not definitely. The Gruul Overseer will still exist, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to block with Pilgrim's Eye. Okay. Swamp. Ooh, Boiling Earth. What do you do right now? Nothing, except you make a creature, and potentially in post-combat, I could kill a bunch of stuff. So, that's something. All right, well, we're going to play this land. And I think we swing with Skitterskin, and that's all. I mean, he can go to 1. but he probably blocks with like his stalwart or something. Oh, he's taking it. Man, I wish I had a trick right now. Okay. Drops him down to 1. I think we just play Shatterskull, who will also be very good should we get the mana for get a swamp or any other land, because that'll get bigger. And I think we end our turn. We do have a haste creature in our hand, basically. So, and this game's pretty close, if you haven't noticed. So it could be relevant. We're going to have to block here, most likely. If he gains life, especially, we have to block. But I think it's probably going to be wise to block no matter what. So he can get back an ally, like the Warcaller. Jeez, that's bad. All right, we're not dead though. I mean, if he plays his Warcaller right now, swings with everything. Oh wait, we are dead because we can only block 1 flyer. Right? Yes, we can only block 1 flyer. So interesting. He chose to do that instead, which means we might still have a chance to win the. No, that gets flying from tandem tactics. Okay, I think that loses us the game. Yeah, we can't stop both flyers. Oh, we don't need to stop both flyers. Wait a second. We haven't lost the game yet. We can just block this one and go to 1. If he has another trick, but he has a Tejuru Warcaller in his hand. All right. He really should have played the Warcaller instead. All right, so we're going to block here. We got to block here. We will block, and we will block there. So we go to 1, and we should win now with Boiling Earth. Without Boiling Earth, we win. I don't know why he did that. If he played his Stalwart, we would have been dead, period. Not Stalwart. Oh, it was the Stalwart, not the Warcaller in his graveyard. No, he got it back in his hand. The Stalwart's still in his graveyard. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. He would have just killed us in that game. And we would have had a chance in game 3, but yeah, may have been a mistake on our opponent's part, but our deck definitely seems pretty strong. The fixing is enough so far, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment,